Take one.
Take one. Hi, I'm Melinda and I am here with Case of remodelblog.net, and he is going to help me remove some of my ugly wallpaper.
Before we start scraping and taking the wallpaper off, a few notes. One is that there are different kinds of wallpaper. There is traditional wallpaper, and that is what we have in this house, and it's been on there for a good 70 years. We think that there may be like 2 layers of wallpaper, and so spraying on a what is it? Is it like a solution?
A chemical solution that I had tried doing a couple of years ago just didn't work well.
Didn't work at all. Okay, so I have removed wallpaper in the past with a commercial steamer, which worked absolutely great. Now I have some good news and some bad news, and the bad news is that no matter what anybody says, it is not quick. Whether you spray a solution on or whether you steam it, it's time consuming. The good news is that it is very easy to do. So to that end, Melinda has already put some plastic down on the floor. And another step would be that if you have electrical receptacles or wall sconces, that you remove the cover plates, but also that you turn the power off, because water and electricity do not mix well. And of course, since your receptacles will be disconnected, if you use a steamer, you won't be able to plug it in. So you will need an extension cord to do that. And use a heavy duty cord. I would recommend a 12 gauge cord. It's a bit counterintuitive, but with extension cords or with electrical wiring in general, the higher the gauge number, the thinner the wire, and the lower the gauge number, the thicker the wire, and the more of an electrical load it can handle. So I would recommend getting a 12 gauge cord. 25 feet should probably be sufficient. You could get 2 25-foot cords, and if you ever need something for other use, you have at least 50 feet worth. So I think that's it.
Oh, and the other thing I want to mention is what we're going to do before we steam the wallpaper is we are going to score the wallpaper with a scorer, and we'll show you how to do that.
Good.
Earlier, a couple of years ago, I tried removing wallpaper from this room, and first I tried the chemicals and that didn't work, and then I bought this steamer off of eBay, and it was an inexpensive unit, about $150. Unfortunately, I found that for the kind of wallpaper that I have, it just didn't work very well. I had someone explain to me that the problem is that on this paddle here, the steam really comes only out of this one area here. And that means that the wall and the wallpaper isn't getting a whole lot of moisture, so it doesn't come off very easily. I went ahead today and rented this Wagner 5687 model, and I'm hoping that this is going to be better. I'm hoping that this is going to be better because it has steam holes all along the paddle, and I'm hoping that this is going to saturate the wall a little bit better. Okay, so we are just about ready to start steaming the wall. I want to mention that the steamer took about 30 minutes to really heat up and start steaming. The tank on this Warner is quite large. I put 3 pitchers of water in there, and it took about half an hour to heat up. So you need to figure that into your time when you're doing this. One other thing I want to mention is I put cold water in the tank, but I think next time I do this, I'm going to put hot water in the tank, and I think that'll cut down on the warm-up time.
Okay, it'd be steaming.
Woo! Okay.
Let's go for it.
All right. Let me find our little things. Okay, so just start.
Yeah.
Wow. I want to mention that this hose is very hot, so you'll want to have long pants on to protect your leg.
Good idea. So is that a special wallpaper removal knife?
It is.
Is that a
And that's
name?
exactly what it's called.
Oh, a wallpaper?
Yeah, this is by Hyde, but I
Ah.
just went to the paint store and bought a wallpaper scraper.
Okay.
So I've been steaming the wallpaper off now for a few minutes, and while it may look like it is slow going, I'm making progress, and I do want to say that this commercial grade steamer, this Warner 5687, is working much better than the little home Warner unit Wagner unit that I had previously bought. So indeed, this is working better, and this scraper is really good for getting the wallpaper off, and I am making progress.
So hi everybody, we're back. Melinda spent about an hour taking all the wallpaper off of this wall. We kind of took a look at the results and see what we want to do in the rest of the house. This entire house has about 2 layers of wallpaper, and it is probably a never-ending process. And even though you could tell with the steamer, it makes quick work of it. I mean, it takes time, of course, but it works well. What we probably will end up doing is inspect all the existing wallpaper, make sure that it's well adhered. We'll take a look at all the seams, and wherever the seams are coming loose or are too visible, we're simply going to prime all the walls with an oil-based primer. We'll have a drywall contractor come in and tape all the seams and then feather it out to create one smooth surface, and then we can paint it and we're done. In this particular room, there is some electrical wiring we'd like to do, some more outlets, some wall sconces, switches and so forth. So we're going to have to punch holes in many places. So here we'll cover all the walls with 1/4 inch drywall and tape it and paint it, and we're done. So I hope this video was of use to you. As you can tell, it is definitely not difficult work, but it does take some time. I can highly recommend the Warner steamer. Here in the San Francisco Bay Area, it rents for $28 a day. It is probably too expensive to buy. I think it's close to 900 bucks, which is, you know, you'd have to have a lot of steaming to do to make that worth your while. It rents with 2 attachments, this narrow guy and this larger pad. And the other item I wanted to show you was, this is called Easy Mask Tape and Drape. So it's basically a thin plastic tarp. It has masking tape here along the edge. So you just run that right on top of your baseboards, and then the remainder of the plastic just folds out and creates a good tarp to put or to protect your floors with. So thanks very much for watching. I hope it was useful. If you're interested, click on over to remodelblog.net and take a look at the other content we have there. Until next time.